Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for another video on the channel. Today, I'll be talking about Notre Dame's 2022 wide receiving target board. I have 12 guys listed here. There are probably about 14 or 15 that at this moment in time could legitimately be a part of this 2022 class. More will always come up. Reggie Florima is a guy I'm high on. Notre Dame has not offered yet. Amar Cooper is another one. So two guys that I've not listed that are definitely targets but do not have that offer yet. I'm going to start talking about Tobias Merriweather, a guy who I've talked about many times on the channel before. Oregon, Stanford, Notre Dame are probably his top three schools at this point in time. Super high academic kid. He's a protocol Notre Dame type kid. He's played pretty good in his 7-on-7 tournaments on the West Coast. There have been a bunch. But I think Notre Dame is the leader at this point in time. And hearing his interest in Stanford has to be a good thing if you're Notre Dame, just because he has that high interest in going to a very, very prestigious academic school. CJ Williams, another wide receiver that Notre Dame is after. USC, Texas, Alabama, Ohio State probably fall ahead of Notre Dame at this point in time. I'd put Notre Dame at probably fifth in his recruitment. Dude who could definitely be a 5-star at this time next year. Has yet to play his junior season. He hopes to have a big spring junior season for Mater Dei High School. California, honestly, though, I'm not really sure if they're going to be playing football this year. Maybe this fall. So that sucks for CJ Williams and Cooper Barakate, another Mater Dei player who I will not talk about, but he could play wide receiver at the next level. Just another guy, just like Reggie Florima and Amar Cooper, who are not being recruited by Notre Dame. For wide receiver, Amar Cooper and Reggie Florima are, but they did not have the offer. Just to make that clear, Andre Green, a dude who I am super high on. He's only a 5'8" on Rivals. Has a ton of offers, 52 offers. That is just berserk. Has yet to cut his schools down. He will be doing that shortly. I think Notre Dame's near the top of his list. Goes to a very good academic school in St. Christopher's in Richmond. And it's Notre Dame, just a Notre Dame kid. He's 6'3", 180, big body wide receiver. Notre Dame's going to preach the Miles Boykin and Chase Claypool comparisons all day long, as they will with Tobias Merriweather as well. And honestly, I could see Notre Dame taking two bigger receivers. I could see them taking Andre Green Jr. and Tobias Merriweather when push comes to shove, because they're just bigger. And I think they're better than a lot of the other targets on this board. And I think Notre Dame agrees with me on that. That's not me going out on my own limb and saying that. Caden Saunders, currently committed to Penn State, has been talking a lot with Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame. If he were to receive an Ohio State offer, I think he'd become, I wouldn't say an Ohio State lock, but the crystal balls in the future cast would be all heading towards the Buckeyes. He is from Ohio, Central Ohio, and he is an Ohio State fan. But at this point in time, he's committed to Penn State. Doubt that holds come signing day. I'd expect Notre Dame to continue to make a move. They are right now. Tommy Rees is doing a great job in this recruitment. I don't know, though. Alabama was really appealing. That was eye-opening for him. He was super excited with that offer, especially after the year Jalen Waddle and more Devontae Smith had. Crazy for any speedy receiver. He ran like a 4.33, 4.32, 4.31 at a recent event in Indy, which definitely boosted his ranking and just made him even more of a stellar target in my eye. Tyler Morris, another kid I'm huge on. True slot guy. He's only 6 foot, 175. Has yet to play his fall season. That will kick off in about 2 weeks in the state of Illinois. I'd call him a Michigan lead right now. Josh Gaddis is recruiting him hard. J.J. McCarthy, a good friend of his, is, of course, the 2021 Michigan quarterback recruit. And he's doing everything he can to get his good friend Tyler Morris on board in Ann Arbor. I think this will come down to a true Notre Dame-Michigan battle. And I think it's one at this point in time Michigan will win. I have been saying I like Notre Dame here. I have some friends that are friends of him, I guess mutual friends, and they think Notre Dame has a good shot here just because of his childhood and the academics and spiritual things he stands for. But I don't know. I think J.J. McCarthy might be too much to hold off. Right now, my pick is Michigan. Caleb Brown is another super, super highly rated wide receiver from the Chicagoland area. He is from Chicago, St. Rita High School. Has yet to play his junior year. I expect him to have a big year just like Tyler Morris. Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame are probably his unofficial top 4. I think Notre Dame's running 4th right now. I actually think he's going to end up at Bama. This is a pick that probably nobody agrees with at this point in time, but I don't know. I really think he could end up at Bama. Jalen Billingsley is another North Side Chicago kid that ended up at Bama. A few years ago, he's playing tight end. He got some big-time snaps in the national championship game and against Notre Dame. But hey, Caleb Brown, this is I'm probably the only person that thinks this right now. I think he's going to Bama. I would not put anything on that, though. Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame are still very involved. But at this point, but when push comes to shove, comes this January when he makes his announcement at the All-American game in San Antonio, Texas, I think it's going to be Bama. I'll say that. All right, next group of guys, mostly are lower ranked. Don't count that out, though. They still are some big-time players and some big-time targets. Addison Copeland from Buffalo, New York, yet to play his junior season, just like most of these guys. Decommitted from Rutgers about 35 minutes after Notre Dame offered a few weeks ago. Picked up a Penn State offer a few days after that. He does not deserve the 5.5. He's definitely better than that. Right now, I don't really know where he's going to end up. I think if Notre Dame pushes, they'll land him. It really depends on what these bigger targets and higher targets on Notre Dame's board do, including Darius Clemens, Denon Morissette, and pretty much the 6 guys on the slide prior. But Copeland could definitely end up in this class. Some have said he's about 6'4" now, 2 something, which is very intriguing. Another big body guy, Miles Boykin, Chase Claypool type. I'm a huge fan of his game. And don't take that 5.5 rating to heart. Jarrell Williams is a kid, is a speedster, 6'3", 175. He's a little bit bigger, but he is fast. Has some good offers, Kentucky, Kansas State, Iowa, Indiana, Florida State, Notre Dame. High academic kid, too. He has that Northwestern offer. I don't really think there's a leader. I pinned Florida State just because Mike Norvell is hot right now on the recruiting front. That's kind of a joke, but Jarrell Williams, talented player. I don't think he's an immediate commitment. It's a non-committable offer from Notre Dame right now, if I had to guess. He is the number 55 wide receiver in the country on Rivals for a reason, and I don't think he's on the top of Notre Dame's board. Antonio Williams, I'm a huge fan of this kid. 6', 180, do-it-all wide receiver. No really leader right now. This recruitment is pretty wide open. I think a Clemson offer would definitely shake some things up. I think he would end up at Clemson if he got a committable offer. But Clemson remains to give him that offer. And at this point in time, Notre Dame might be the favorite. It's pretty wide open, high academic kid. I think Notre Dame could definitely land Antonio Williams. He's a dude Notre Dame fans are not talking about as much as they should, and I mean that with entire certainty. Morion Walker, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. He's from Louisiana. Wide open recruitment here too. If I had to guess a favorite, probably Ole Miss. I think Notre Dame's probably second or third. He's a guy that if Notre Dame pushes, Notre Dame can land. Another big body guy, 6'3", skinny, only 170 pounds to put on some muscle, but Notre Dame pushes. I'm not too worried that they wouldn't land him. I'm a fan of his game as well. I'm a fan of pretty much all of these guys' games, for anyone wondering. The only guy that has some question marks in my eyes is Darius Clemens, Jarrell Williams. Other than that, I'm a huge fan of all these guys. I love these offers that Notre Dame is pumping out. Denylon Morsetti maybe, from just outside of Atlanta. I think he is an unofficial top 2 or a silent top 2 of Alabama and Georgia. He's been doing some 7-on-7 things with Gunnar Stockton. I don't know. I think this is going to be a Georgia-Bama battle. He did include Notre Dame in his top 7, which he released a few weeks ago. But at this point in time, I think it's a Georgia-Bama battle, and who knows who wins that. And last but not least, Darius Clemens from Portland, Oregon. I consider him an Oregon lean right now. Notre Dame is definitely making some noise, though, and I think silently trying to make a move. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I think Oregon does have the lead right now, though. And I think they hold on to that lead, and I do think they land his commitment and signature when he does sign this December or next February. So, yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, share, and I will have a running back recruiting overview for the 2022 class coming soon, most likely tomorrow or Wednesday, and then followed by the quarterback one, which will be an interesting episode to say the least. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching.